to say, I find it a bit disgusting that as a society we need to watch a film like that. Why does it need to make Michael Haneke did something very intelligent about that. To show you a way of this Michael Haneke's work. He deals with art, psychology, but there's more intelligence in his work.
So your question is then, sir? The question is, do you get turned on by watching blood?
You mean sexually? I think as much as you do, because you are here tonight, you pay for it. You like funny games?
Very intelligent. I like those.
Okay, it's a matter of point of view. I hate Michael Haneke. I hate funny games. It's a very tricky conversation. I hate this film because it kills everything I believe in movies, you know? Because it shows me for 1 hour and 20 minutes a family being tortured. Okay, no problem. Well, where does it go? I don't know. And suddenly the film stops. The actor look at the camera, that is to say, look at me and say, you are a pig, to like that kind of shit. I'm going to rewind the film and play it again for you, pig. So I don't feel I'm a pig. I think I'm a very open-minded person. I find in horror a kind of poetry, kind of very complex things. I think it's a very, very mature genre, you know, done for an eventual adult audience, not only for teenagers. So I don't believe in everything Michael Haneke believes in. And I'm glad you say so, because this is the anti-funny game film. The
funny film is to make you think and to make you discuss. I mean, if you walked out of this film, you said, I watched this film, what's for dinner? That's the problem, okay? All right, this is a film which has put a stain on your memory. You're going to think about this later, and that's what really upset me when I first saw it. All right, we're going to go to another question, sir. All right, yes, yes, you, sir.
For everybody, were there any scenes that you found particularly difficult to capture?
So the question was, were there any scenes that you found very difficult to capture?
Yeah, I mean, we stayed days with Marjana alone in the basement, filming, you know, the beating of her, and it was very sad. And I knew I knew the sequence would never be fun, because I wanted the sequences to be yeah, sad and cold and almost boring. Because for me that was a matter of personal morality. I wanted no distance from you to what happens to her. I wanted the audience to feel the suffering she endures. And while shooting that, it was supposed to be really real and intense. And yeah, it was sad. It didn't turn me on.
Everything it was easy to do?
Yeah, totally.
Yes, sir.
Can you comment on the role of the initial family that obviously resides and lives a fairly domestic existence in the house? Can you comment on how they fit into that?
Yeah, they are a kind of caricature of you know, the average French family, you know, like in a French publicity commercial. And in a way, it was a way for me to play with the French archetype and to make it explode, you know.
Yes.
In the actors, can you talk about what you did to prepare for the role and how you got into that story? And maybe where
The question is for the actors, if you can talk about how you prepared for the role to get into that kind of headspace to deliver that performance.
Well, actually, when we started preparing for the film, we worked a lot with Pascal and Mylène to just know each other, so we could work with each other, and we're improvising a lot, and also physically we worked a lot, and I think it helped us because it created a certain structure and a certain whatever. And while I was preparing for, I'm going to speak for myself, speak for myself afterwards. While I was preparing for the character of Anna, I know that I really became her when I got to Montreal to shoot the movie, because we were living really just all three of us, and I never left her until the day that I left to go back to Paris.
Moi, j'ai regardé des films comme Possession Zulowski.
I watched some films like Possession by Zulowski.
Et comme certains documentaires que Pascal Logier m'a montré.
Documentaries that Pascal Logier showed me.
Et je crois que Pascal s'est inspiré d'un fait réel.
Pascal actually used a real story from the news.
Donc j'ai vu cet enfant séquestré, enfin après sa séquestration.
I saw this child that was locked somewhere, isolated.
Et elle était comme ça entre l'absence et la folie.
And this female child was between being absent and being into total madness.
Voilà, je me suis référée.
This was my reference myself.
I'll do one more question. Yes, sir, in the red in the back there.
What kind of release is this going to get? I think it's a nice little movie. I was wondering, how can anybody else see it?
The question is, what kind of release is this film going to get?
Well, first I have to say that, you know, it's a French language film and it has been sold in more than 40 countries, which is very well, so we are very proud of it. Of course, let's be honest, let's face it, you know the times, you know what you can see in a multiplex, you know, and definitely not that kind of thing. So I think for the most part of the country, the film is going to be straight to DVD, but at least it will be totally uncut, you know. And for me, it's a good way. I prefer you to watch the film on DVD with a good installation than cut in a theater, you know. And of course, some countries are going to release it on theater. It's right now on theater in France for 1 week, and yeah, it's fine. I mean, critics hate it, critics love it. The same with the audience, and it's good. It's a horror film.
Just on the closing note, I just want to ask you what you feel the future is for French horror films, because it's very interesting. We show the films here, Al Interior Inside, Frontiers, High Tension, and you guys seem to like them, right? However, back home in France, they really divide the audiences and the critics attack them. Last year when we had Xavier Gens for Frontiers, he talked about how you guys kind of band together and look after one another. Can you talk about how you see the future of French horror?
Yeah, it's amazing how we are more appreciated in foreign countries than in our homeland. But maybe it's always the same old story, you know. But because from an exotic point of view, yours, maybe French horror seems amazing or different, you know. But in France, I'm full of hope. I think some stuff are still going to be done. But I mean, let's not dream. There won't be an industrial way to produce that kind of film. Every film will be a miracle, you know, because it's still ahead to produce that kind of film in my country.
Each one of those films is very special, very unique, and I'm glad that we're able to screen Martyrs and share it with our Midnight Madness audience. Thank you very much. Website, because we've got interviews with all of our directors and the Q&A, so if you want to get some extra insight into the films, check out the website, and of course, check out the pictures, upload your own onto the Midnight Madness Facebook group. Thank you very much, and we'll see you a couple more nights. Back to midnight.